Here's our line, and if we look at the line from the left side of the graph to the right side of the graph, it's going uphill, so we already know that the slope is going to be positive. To check the rise over run, we want to start over here with the leftmost point. So we'll check to see how far we go up. That would be the rise. And if we count our spaces, we went up 1, 2. So the rise for this graph or this line would be 2. And now let's check the run, which is how far we go over to get to the other point. So when we count our spaces, we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. So the run would be 5. So since slope of a graph is rise over run, we know that the slope of this line would be 2 over 5. Let's take a look at example 2. Now we see a line that's going downhill from the left to the right, so our slope is going to be negative. Let's look over here at this leftmost point, and now we have to check to see how far we're going to go down to get to the other point. So if we draw our line down and count our spaces, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces down, which would be a rise of -7. And then when we check the run, we went over 1, 2, 3 spaces. So the run would be 3. Slope is rise over run, so our slope would be -7 over 3. Okay, let's look at example 3's line right here. We'll notice from left to right it's going downhill, so we'll start right here with the leftmost point and check to see how far we're going down. When we count our spaces, we went down 1 space, which would be a rise of -1, and when we check to see how far we go over, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces over, so our run would be 5. Slope of this line, rise over run, would be -1/5. And for our last example, let's look at this line. From left to right, we're going uphill, so we know our slope should be positive. The leftmost point is right here, so let's count to see how far we're going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we went 10 spaces up, which would be a rise of 10. And when we check to see how far we're going to the right, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces. So our run would be 6. The only thing we have to be careful of with this one is if our slope is 10 over 6, we should see that that needs to be simplified. So we would simplify the slope to be 5 over 3.